Hi, I'm Shelley from Horn Photo, and often we're asked, how do I take pictures from my cell phone to make prints? It's very simple. We have two easy methods. One is straight from your phone, and the other one is in store. So if you'd like the pleasure of ordering convenience from ordering at home, you go straight to hornphoto.com. And very simple, there's a little tab that says Order Online Prints. I select my pictures. I put a little check mark on it. It says when their check mark is done, I press done and it uploads it into our online ordering portal. One thing I want to remind you is online ordering has a $2.99 minimum. So I always tell people get enough to share. So if you order 10 or more prints, the price goes down to 49 cents a piece. So get some for Grandma and Grandpa. It's a great way to share images. And these are some I had printed. Beautiful, aren't they? Of course, maybe it's just the subject material. If you prefer to order prints from in-store, just come into Horn Photo. The method is very simple. It's very similar. You connect to our Wi-Fi, you Bluetooth your images over to the kiosk, and you have the selection methods, very similar to what the online portal does. So people often ask, how big a print can I make? Well, the question is, how big a print do you need? Here at Horn Photo, we can print anything from 30 inches to 100 inches long. So we can go big. The question is, what are you going to use it for? How big is your file? So if you're looking for a simple 8x10, almost any resolution, any image can do that for you. So it just depends on the file and what your needs are, but we can go small and we can go big. We've been asked, can I make a print from a low resolution file? And the answer is yes, you can. So the quality issue just depends on how big we can go. So 4x6 is usually a no-brainer. And going up from there just depends on the exact file. But the question I always ask is, how did we get this low-res file? Was it downloaded off of social media? Was it a thumbnail from a cloud image? So sometimes that full-res file exists someplace. We just have to dig a little bit harder, and we'll be happy to help you with that. But the answer is yes, we can print from a low-res file. There may be just some size restrictions. So people always ask, how do I crop my photos? Very simple. We take the full file, you pick your size, each size has a different ratio, and then you decide if there's an important part of that image that's being cut off. We may have to adjust our expectations on what size we're able to use. But I always recommend starting with the original file. So often we pick up our phones, we crop out something that we don't like, and we don't pay attention to the aspect ratio of the image. So fortunately enough on the phones, we can often revert it back to the original file. So the answer is yes, we can do a lot of cropping, but there may be some size limitations. And if you have problems, if you're working at home and you can't figure it out, just come into the shop and we'll be happy to help you work through this. And both our online and in-store kiosks show you your cropping. So if you have it, you can just adjust the corner and drag the image in and crop right there on the fly. So we're often asked, how long does it take to get my prints? Well, it all depends on the complexity of the order, but it's usually same day. There's a few exceptions, like 16x20s and mounted prints, where it may take a little bit longer. And of course, photo restorations do take more than a day. But we always accommodate, customers' deadlines. If it's something for a memorial service, we can rush it through, or a special party or birthday or a special occasion, we can expedite. And both online and in the store, we have a fast pass option where we move you to the front of the line. So that usually accommodates everyone's requests. And if you have a special timing request, there is a comment section on the bottom of the online ordering portal, and you can put in, would like by noon tomorrow, and we will work hard to get that done for you. And if we can't, we'll email you and let you know. So we want to communicate both ways. You tell us what your expectations are, and we'll tell you whether we can meet them. I hope that answers your question. So what paper surfaces are available to me? Well, here at Horn Photo, we have 3 surfaces of paper. We have the Kodak Professional Matte Surface, we have Glossy, and we have Special Metallic that has a high sheen. So it really depends on what you're using them for. The matte surface is perfect for portraits. It's a beautiful soft paper, and when you put it under glass, you don't get the reflection of the paper in addition to the glass. Glossy is a high key, great for snapshots, black and white, any kind of more street photography options. And the metallic is superb. It's amazing with landscapes and cityscapes. It just, the colors and the lights just punch off of that. I personally don't recommend it for portraiture, but you always have the option. Each person has their own personal preference. So people often ask, how much do these horn photo prints cost? Well, more than a penny and less than a million. So here's the spreadsheet. The more you buy, the more you save. We have our list down at the bottom of our blog, and you can see all the prices. So people often ask, can I have my pictures mailed to me, or do I pick up in store? And the answer is yes to both of those. So if you'd like them shipped to your home, there's a little button on the bottom of the online checkout, and you can put in your mailing address. There's a nominal fee. The prints usually are printed one day, and they go out via U.S. Postal Services the next day. And then you can have them from the convenience of your home. If you're one like me, where you can't wait to get your pictures, then you can stop in the store, and don't forget the back parking lot. So I've spent all this time telling you the things that we can do. So let me tell you a few of the things that we cannot do. We cannot take an out of focus image and make it sharp again. Sorry. The other thing we can't do, we cannot reproduce a copyrighted image. The reproduction rights on that belong to the photographer. And thirdly, we cannot take a color or a black and white photograph and make it a true color image. We can take color and convert it to black and white. So I hope I've answered some of your questions. I appreciate your time today, and we look forward to seeing your images and working with you in our lab, in our business. Thank you.